Well, 4. Maybe 4.5.
Which is, of course, why we continue to do this.
Oh, you motherfucker.
Yes, of course.
Okay, let's be entirely honest with ourselves here. We do this because we want an excuse to hang out and talk about video games.
What? I feel forced to be around BK. I don't want to be around that fucker.
Okay, you know what? Rebecca, the little fucking princess over here, knows that I'm not being serious most of the time. I'm just messing with him.
Oh,
and here
man.
she,
You're not supposed to tell him that.
And here she is. Fucking Greg, man. Fuck him, man.
You're not supposed to tell him that.
I'm telling him that.
God, you always betray my confidence.
I gotta agree with Rebecca.
I'm breaking up with you right
just
now.
fucked that up.
No,
We're
because...
no longer in a relationship.
Because...
I am now single.
Okay, well then I'm canceling Dragon's Dogma. None for you.
It's on my Amazon account, bitch! I will change my fucking password and cancel your Dragon's Dogma.
I mean, hey!
You wanna start that shit?
Platonic sounds fun. But seriously, okay? You can't sit here and go, sometimes I'm a little hard on Greg. And then start out this podcast. No, you didn't. But it's what you meant. I could tell. And then start out this podcast with fucking Greg, man. Fuck that fuck.
I always have to say fuck Greg. God.
I figured I would
That's what the fans like.
At least we may have one fan that just likes to hear Rebecca go fuck Greg. But I wanted to break kayfabe for a moment, just so Greg knows it's not legit. In case he was wondering.
Fucking wasps, man.
If I really hated Greg, I wouldn't put up with him.
That's true.
So I think he pieced that together himself.
I don't know, Greg's a sensitive... He's a sensitive dude. You can tell because of the beard.
Yeah, I got the feels.
No, you don't.
Pretty hardcore.
Yeah.
I just shot that fucking wasp in the ass and it exploded and like a health pack fell out of it.
Alright, anyways, time for...
All these ants just appear out of nowhere?
Well, kill them already. Yeah, I don't really have a crowd control weapon anymore, because we're all like, well, no, I better not use that monster. Thunderbow 15 works. But I'll try and do a proper intro for this. This is the 3G Podcast, episode 66. Still eagerly waiting on that 100. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Wait, what episode are we on?
66. Yep, we are. We're 2/3 of the way there. So, try to do some math in my head. Well, we need 36 more weeks. Oh, fuck this. That's forever. I don't even care.
3 more episodes.
And the big news this week is Tokyo Game Show, which, spoiler alert, kind of sucked. Greg will disagree. Actually, anyone who's a big fan of Final Fantasy IX will disagree. But at the very least, it's a one-game show. And I think that's kind of indisputable. So,
well, I mean, there was a lot of information about other games that piqued our interest.
True, but a lot of it was the same old shit.
Most of it was just updates for shit we've known about for months.
Yeah.
Like, how many new games were announced?
At least 2.
Yeah, I mean, not that many, though. I'm not gonna shit on details, because we did hear some good shit about Monster Hunter World, a lot on that. Code Vein was there in pretty significant form. So, but we'll get all to that later. We'll start with the more casual shit. Greg, you've been playing Ys 8 a lot? Or is that just, you got back to it today?
Quite a bit.
Okay, so how far are you? You got any impressions, updates?
Yeah, I'm about to get the second to last character.
Oh wow, so you probably still have well over half the game.
Oh yeah, I have well over half the game still. Writing takes time, what can I say? But it is a very enjoyable action, real-time action game.
So that reminds me,
I got 4 characters right now.
How's Final Fantasy 12 going?
So you got Hummel.
Yeah.
Hummel.
Yeah, he's fun.
Oops, what am I doing?
Well, he's a ranged character. He's got a rifle. He can actually shoot things. And he's got this sniper shot. Oh my goodness. Like, that sniper shot is just the best skill in the game as far as I'm concerned. Up to now, anyways. Like, it's got range and it's powerful as fuck.
Seems like everyone on that video game aficionados thing is playing Sept.
Well, there's a lot of people on that website that are, well, maybe not actively, former, like, Exceed employees and like, official Japanese translators for previous Ys games. So, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people on that website who are very, very big into the Falcom Ys games.
I don't know, my perception of Ys, the way I grew up with it, kind of strikes me as like this older, almost like antiquated, dead franchise. Just because I stopped paying attention to it for like 28 years. So to even know they're still making them, it's just like, wow, really?
Well, there was a large chunk of time where they weren't making any of them.
Yeah, that must have been where I had the falling out, because I mean, I knew there was one on the SNES, which I actually remember being pretty good, but I mostly played the original PC one. So, nope. Get out of here, you ant bastard. What the fuck?
It's open, it's open. Shoot it, shoot it, shoot it.
I shot it with monster. I can only do so much, though. Wow, how did it survive that?
I didn't.
Yeah, these ants are just...
Oh, there's a fucking Hector.
Oh,
They're taking
wonderful.
a lot of hits.
Wait, what the fuck is shooting me?
I'm trying to get to you.
Just a million ants are here, man. That's all it is. Just ganging up on us. Well, you said you're writing a guide for Sept. So that just makes me have to bring up again, how is Final Fantasy XII going? Because...
Well, Alex kind of stopped, so it's on hiatus.
Okay, officially on hiatus.
But we're at the part where you go towards. Oh, I'm gonna slaughter this place's name, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Guruvagin?
Gruvagan? Oh, Gruvagan,
Yeah, something
yeah.
like that.
None of us can say it right. We said it 3 different ways.
Again.
Yeah, we're not teaming up so good against these UFOs. And it's costing us. So, yeah, we got done with the main story, and we got the word from the bosses that we need to start sprucing up the side sections. There we go. So I've been working on the character development section. I can't bring myself to call it character creation because you're not actually creating any characters. But I just got done with that and got all the shit uploaded. It by itself is 130 kilobytes. So that's a project I've been working on writing-wise, and I think, Jared, you've been working on the trophy guide?
Yeah, I'm at like 50 or
Oh, there you go.
So, subsections
That's
is
right
what
up
we're
my
doing.
alley.
And finally, I got done with that, so I can start doing some actual
I need help.
optional stuff. Oh, where are you at? Oh, there you are. Good God, you need help. There's some health over by me, but I don't know if you can get here.
I literally got 6 health though.
So it felt pretty good spending a whole bunch of time working on that yesterday and getting that finished and upload. It has no media, but I just have to scour through my old media and find images of the characters, and I'm probably going to pull some of the class-specific media from late game stuff I do. Fuck hackers.
There you go, fucking north on the compass here.
Okay, Jared got himself some health, so he's good. So yeah, that project's ongoing. We'll probably be working on that.
This thing's got to be close to death, by the way.
Until Assassin's Creed Origins. And Greg, you're gonna laugh when I say this, but man, we need to finish Salt at some point.
Did I tell you I beat it again?
On PlayStation Vita?
Yeah.
I'm not surprised.
I only got one ending though. I need to go back and get the second ending.
Speaking of the Vita, guess what I started playing, Greg?
Oh, E7.
No. Dancing all
Damn.
night.
Dancing all
Persona
night?
4?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I saw you playing that
That's
earlier.
a
I was
fun,
like, what the fuck is
it's a
that?
fun game.
And then I saw you playing that Miku game, which, Rebecca,
Baby Raper.
There we go.
just had to feed that. I've been considering getting a Vita, but it's those fucking proprietary memory cards. They're so damn expensive.
Yeah, they suck.
It puts me on hold every time because I'm like, the Vita itself, $200, not exactly cheap, but it's not going to get any cheaper. But I don't know. I don't want to spend money on a memory card. But we've got all these fucking Vita games from PS Plus and cross-buy, so it's kind of tempting.
Yeah, I've been trying to build up my physical collection because they don't take up a lot of space. They don't take hardly any.
Yeah, I can see why physical would be preferable on Vita. By the way, I bought Star Ocean. That brings my physical collection up to 7, right on your ass.
Well, let's see. I got maybe 4 or 5 games coming in October.
You do or I do?
I do.
I have
Both of you did bring
I
it
have
on.
4. No. I have 3. One of them's for Rebecca. No, never mind. I'm fucking wrong again. I don't even know what I have. I have 4. I pre-ordered that Battle Chasers because I forgot it was coming out and it looks fucking good.
Big fucking web here.
Oh,
Yeah,
is
this
gonna be
fucking
the
web.
Spider King.
The
I
angle
shot-
on this web is impressive, though.
I shot it on my monster. I shot it with my monster to try and destroy it, but I
It
don't
just
think
shook
it's
it.
I don't think it's destroyable. So apparently this is a no-fly mission, so this is fun. Rebecca and I are both getting Dragon's Dogma. So, yeah, Battle Chasers and Dragon's Dogma coming out on the same day. The same person would go, oh, well, you know, I'll play the new game first, but that ain't happening in this
Nope.
house.
He's been waiting. Your shirt still hasn't come in, though.
I know.
Mine
Yes,
did.
I even bought a Dragon's Dogma fucking t-shirt. How fucking lame.
My
and then,
t-shirt came in.
Nerd.
Nerd! And Shadow of War and Assassin's Creed Origins. And I just need to cut away to say, man, people have been trolling Shadow of War fucking crazy on GameFAQs. Some of
How's
it's
that?
deserved.
Tell me.
They're
I'm interested.
Whining about microtransactions and oh, they're exploiting the death of their fucking employee. Motherfucker. God, this is stupid people. It's trolling or
It's not
stupidity.
exploiting the death of a fucking person.
They're selling...
Making their
Yeah.
awesome orc, that is not exploitation.
Look, if any developer wants to exploit me by making an orc
They're
based off of me, let me
profiting
know.
Off of it.
They don't
Well,
want
yeah,
orcs that
the
small.
key there is that they're giving all the profits to his family, right?
Yeah, well,
Right?
Sony's taking their cut, but otherwise,
Well,
apparently some
Sony's going to
states-
take their cut.
Apparently, some
Yeah,
states
'cause
they
it's
can't do
fucking
that.
DLC.
I guess there's laws in some states where you can't do that.
okay. But I'm pretty
what I'm
sure
guessing.
I'm pretty sure they're giving away everything they would normally have gotten as profit to the guy's family. So that's
They
the
already said
exact
They're not keeping it in the money.
yeah, that's the exact opposite of a scumbag move. That is just about the coolest thing a developer has done for one of their fucking employees in, well, at least this year.
Especially Warner Brothers.
I know they're
Right?
Warner Brothers. Just
They're a bunch of dickheads.
from a professional-ish standpoint, they've done things that are kind of shitty with our work. They make it very difficult to use their guides, I should say. And I am just fucking dead.
Fucking lost.
Because I am webbed by 1,000 spiders. I hate these spiders. They are just the most bullshittiest thing in gaming.
Oh, God, there's a lot of shit up here with you guys.
Like, I am caught by 2 webs, and they're both going through the ground. Whatever. Anyways,
That's one big giant cluster fucking in the hell away from there.
so despite me bitching about Shadow of War, I am now compelled to defend them because
What the fuck?
other people are
I'm, like, stuck
being
in a
even
building.
assier. Actually, I need to see if any of these trollings are still up, just for the sake of interest.
Oh, there's like 500 topics on fucking microtransactions.
Oh yeah. 10 million PSVR compatible games have been
great.
sold so far. Okay,
Oh wow.
that is that
Was
impressive?
not expecting that.
That's games
I mean,
overall.
A little.
10 million games
Is that
for
not a little impressive?
no, not really. One
I
year-
would have guessed it was less than that.
1 year to sell 10 million games across a whole hardware platform. I mean, granted,
Yeah.
it's a peripheral, but still.
Yeah, I'll come get you.
Pretty sure the
That's
32X sold 10 million games.
I don't know about that.
Ah, you
that
sons of bitches.
actually might be a lie. I might be full of shit there, but
Yeah, that sounds like a lie.
My dead body's inside of an armor box.
is that a bad thing?
It's funny.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, because it sounds like it means we can get armor and
Ah,
revive you at the same time.
see?
Okay.
I give bonuses to people who revive me.
Bug bodies do not need physics. Just saying.
Yeah, I
No-
hate that about this game.
No one can deny the DualShock 3 is better than the DualShock 4. I will
What?
fucking deny it
Everyone
until
who's
I
ever
am
used
blue in the
that
face.
can.
Okay.
Those are fighting words.
Those are
I'll
fighting
fight
words.
you.
I like the DualShock 3, but there ain't no way it's better than the DualShock 4.
You know what, Jared?
Right?
Those are almost fighting words. My recent experiences with the DualShock 3 makes any praise of... Yeah, I'll praise one thing about them. Their battery life is good. They last forever. I can play for like 3 days
How
on
is
that
this
fucking thing.
fucking spider still alive?
I don't know, somehow he's able to bounce away from my monster. Jesus,
Yeah, we
there's a
talked about it.
million damn spiders here, and you can't fucking fly to get at them. And
I'm
there
just
are
worried
some of
about
them that are hiding
Up in the sky.
behind multiple layers of web. What ass.
Yep, there we go.
This is what we need a nuke for.
Fuck you, spider. Oh, that feels good. Okay. No, I don't see any of the...
Feels good.
Murdering a spider feels very good. But yeah, I don't see any of the topics still up, but you'll just have to take my word for it. And who gives a shit? It's fucking idiots on GameFAQs. Next, you're gonna give me a news story about gullible people in church. Alright. So, I need to go off and get this out of the way before we move on to important shit, because I'm promising a rant, and a rant is well fucking overdue for Sony. So, Jared, I told you I had a little bit of issue with PlayStation Network over the weekend.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this is what happened. I was playing on my PlayStation 4, as little Haeravons are wont to do, and I get a notification telling me that my PS Plus is about to fucking wear off. Now, I'm blindsided by this, because I'm like, I thought I fucking had this paid out forever. You know, time flies, whatever. So, I went to the PlayStation's... Well, first I went to eBay and Amazon to see if they had them any cheaper. I think they had one for $59. And I'm like, okay, if it's $60 just to buy a fucking year from PlayStation, I'll just buy a year from PlayStation. So, I went to PlayStation Store, and I saw they were having a flash sale. And I was like, cool. I'll look at their games and add that to my cart, and... if there's anything good, I'll fucking buy that along with my year of PlayStation Plus. Fantastic. So I went and I found some games. Day of the Tentacle Remastered, which I missed due to negligence when it was a PS Plus game, and a Goosebumps story game. Just some cheap little trophy shit. And I'll talk about Day of the Tentacle here in a bit, because I did get
The
around to playing that.
Goosebumps thing still kills me, by the way.
I know. We'll get to that later.
Isn't it like trash?
I heard it's only like 1 or 2 hours, but it was only like $2. So
I know it's a good trophy game, but I heard
Yeah.
the game was trash.
I'll be able to talk about it. See, that's another good thing about this podcast,
Horrors.
is it allows me to somewhat justified buying shit I wouldn't normally buy just to fucking bitch about it or say, oh, that was unexpectedly okay, or anything of the sort. So, but yeah, I'm getting sidetracked. It's crazy here. This is all I do, is get sidetracked. So I add this shit to my cart, and I go to buy it, and it does like a weird fucking thing where it makes me go to my PayPal, and it's like, some of your transaction may not have been complete. Check your transaction history to, you know, ensure it was added, or some shit like that. Oh, this fucking thing again. Nothing is on there. So I'm like, okay, maybe the flash sale's just being fucking wonky. You know, maybe they've added it, but it's not fully gone through yet. And so I add just the PlayStation Plus stuff, and I buy that. No problem. $60, fine. They're happy to take my money for that. I'm like, well, that fucking worked. So I see Jared playing something off the flash sale. I can't remember what the fuck it was. What did you buy on the flash sale? I know you bought something.
I bought that Stealth Spire game.
Yeah, that's what I saw you playing. And I was like, okay, well, obviously this is fucking working. So I add the games back in, and I go to buy it, and it gives me the same shit. I'm like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Fuck it. The website's usually the fail-proof, so whatever. I'll go try and buy it on the PlayStation 4. Well, we know how this story ends, right? Because the PlayStation 4 store doesn't work on the best of times. So, yeah, it tells me my credit card information's invalid. Well, what the fuck are you talking about credit card? I'm paying with PayPal, and that goes right to a bank account, which doesn't have a credit card attached. It's debit. Whatever. So I'm fidgeting around with it. I look it up online. People are like, oh, you gotta make sure the your address on both things matches perfectly. So I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. I'll just try and fiddle with it. And I removed my PayPal, and I add my PayPal back on. Still doesn't fucking work on either side.
A million emails about that shit.
Did you?
Yes.
That amuses me. And then I went to...
Your license with the PlayStation, or your agreement with between PlayStation and PayPal has been terminated.
Yeah.
It's been re-added. It's been terminated. It's been re-added.
Well, I would do something. I'd tweak something, and I'd take it off and re-add it, and nothing would fucking work. And apparently it's... I won't say it's a common problem, but it's not an unheard of problem, where Sony just decides there's an issue or there's something on the storefront that makes your transaction not go through. It can just happen randomly. It happens with fucking credit cards. It happens with PayPal. At some point, there's a chance that Sony will just fucking have a retardation and go, nope, your payment doesn't work anymore. So
Which is really stupid on their end.
Yeah, I mean, they make it so fucking difficult for you to give them money. And the fucked up thing is, I had no problem buying PlayStation Plus. With the same PayPal, on the same account, no problem whatsoever. But buying games, just, I don't know, I have no fucking clue. So I talked to chat, and, you know, I was like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna have to just buy cards at this rate, but I shouldn't have to do that because that's bullshit. There's a lot of reasons I don't want to do that. One, because it goes directly onto the credit card instead of coming out of PayPal or the bank if I buy it through Amazon. Best Buy, from what I read on the reviews, is unreliable with buying prepaid cards from them, so I'm probably going to, you know, zilch that idea. And Rebecca has the Amazon account, so if I buy cards off of Amazon, she gets the code and then has to send it to me, and it's just an extra fucking step that I don't want to have to deal with.
That's what we ended up doing.
That's what we ended up doing. And you know what they told me when I contacted PlayStation customer support? They're like, just buy cards. That was basically their fucking advice, is to say, just buy prepaid cards.
Yeah, our shit sucks, we know. Just buy a card.
Well, they said, well, sometimes there are security features that get activated, and they'll put a lock on your account for blah. And I was like, yeah, but I was able to fucking buy PlayStation Plus, a year of it, after it wouldn't let me buy games the first time. So how is this a security? Is it just like, oh, well, we'll let him give us that money, but not this month? What the fuck? It makes no sense.
They really should have given you another month free of PlayStation Plus.
I'm not even whinging about that. Just get my fucking PayPal working.
That fucking assery.
Oh, it was fucking annoying. I spent fucking hours fiddling around with that shit.
Yeah, and then, like, he was trying to call me, and I'm on one of my busiest fucking days of my life. and he's trying to talk to me.
I got pretty...
I'm not fucking dealing with that shit while I'm fucking dealing with what I was dealing with.
I got pretty colorful about Sony.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about doing that. I thought about...
certainly got colorful with Sony.
Yeah. Well, and I kind of had like a change of heart halfway through, because at first on my Facebook I said that they need to be boiled in fucking piss and replaced by chimps. And then the PS Plus went through, and I was like, okay, I guess it's working now. Maybe it was just a thing. Maybe it was just the fucking flash sale not being, you know, fully set up yet, and that's why it wouldn't let me buy the games. So I was like, okay, maybe I'll say something nice about Sony and be like, okay, I was a dick, I was overreacting, spaz out, it happens. And then I tried to buy the games again, it still doesn't work, and so I went on Facebook and I was like, okay, apparently I was a little spastic when it came to Sony, and I want to apologize. I was way too kind to them. They should be killed much more slowly while their family watches. So.
While their family watches.
Just amusing myself through sheer exaggerated vulgarity. So, yeah, fucking goddamn PlayStation. We need another fucking competent hardware manufacturer in the console /gaming world.
You also said something like Microsoft should buy them.
Microsoft, yeah, I said Microsoft should buy them and do to them what WWE did to WCW. There should be a PlayStation page on the Xbox store. They should be relegated to second-class status in gaming history. But let's be honest. I hate them both. And Nintendo too. And Steam. They all fucking suck.
They're all a bunch of dicks. The only good ones are GOG.
The only good one is GOG. I've never had any fucking problems with GOG. They don't do any fuckery. GOG literally does nothing that pisses me off. Not that well, no. They do one thing that pisses me off, but we'll judge how much it's their fault. Actually, no, this is their fault.
So
Fuck
what you're
GOG.
basically saying is everyone will piss you off.
Everyone will piss me off and disappoint me, and I will...
There is no pleasing.
There is no pleasing me for long. I'm very fickle. I will admit that. Dungeon Keeper 2 on GOG. It's a fantastic fucking game. Just FYI. I bought Jared a copy of it. I love that game so much. Because it was $1.50, and I was like, you know what? Maybe he'll play it. And if not, I still feel like I spread the gospel. Maybe someday you'll be sitting there bored and go, you know what? Fuck it. But it was $1.50.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
Not play my 200,000.
Yeah, well, you never know. Maybe you'll be like, oh, the controller's all the way over there, and I'll have to, like, move my elbow, and the laptop's right here. I don't know your living
Jared,
situation.
It's worth a play. It's worth a play.
But,
Dungeon Keeper 2 is fucking epic.
There's one thing they did on the GOG version that's really annoying. Usually they fidget with all their games to make them work on modern systems. And Dungeon Keeper 2 is a game that got really fucking buggy on newer versions of Windows. So it needed the help. Like, they'll do DOSBox and other shit to get the games running. Which is another reason I love GOG, because their shit works most of the time. I think I had, like, SimCity not work, or SimCity 2000?
2000
yeah, on the desktop.
Much disappointment to me.
We need to buy you a new laptop anyways. Maybe it'll work on that. But, God, I get distracted. I go off on tangents within tangents. They have different monster lists for each level in Dungeon Keeper 2, which is kind of like the monster pool, the types and numbers of monsters you can attract to your dungeon each level. Well, somehow...
That thing's still walking around. And
yeah, I don't think it can go. Yeah. That's why I didn't even focus on it.
Its belly fruit.
Belly fruit.
Give me back my belly fruit.
I love this monster, by the way. It's great. But they deleted all the higher quality monsters somehow from the game files. Like, the numbers of them that can spawn in levels, they've been set to 0. So if you're playing the unpatched GOG version of the game, you can't recruit Dark Angels or Black Knights. Unless you get the actual map file from the original game, which people have posted on GOG, and then you just do a copy-paste into the game directory, and then it all works again. But it's still, it's annoying. It's like, okay, GOG, this would be like a 3-second fix. So I ultimately give them a pass, but if I'm being fair, that is a minor nuisance. And what the fuck is the screenshot on Video Game Aficionados? Sahad, yeah, I ate and took a shit. I'm feeling great today as usual. Is that an actual line from the game?
Yes.
Well, that actually made me want to buy that game more.
He's very uncouth.
I dig it. I don't think
What
I've
game is
ever...
That's
Ysate. Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen
yeah,
a
guy.
JRPG character talk about taking a shit.
The one character, when you first meet him, he starts farting and stuff.
Of course, he's a big fat guy, so naturally his bowels are out of control.
He attacks with a giant anchor that he found.
Reminds me of that Agents of Mayhem character. I have to admit, what was his name? I can't remember. Whatever. The Ahoy motherfucker guy. When he said that in that trailer, I giggled like a little girl. It was great. So.
Oh, they are surrounding us, aren't they?
They're trying to... Oh, shit. Never mind. I just looked at the mini-map. There goes my bravado. Alright. But that's only one thing I did this weekend. Another thing includes, like I said, finishing the character development section of Final Fantasy XII. That's up on, I think, iTunes, Google Play, and the Gamer Guide site. So that guide is being fleshed out. I'm not even... That's utterly shameless plug. It's my fucking job. Buy my shit, guys. I love you.
Get the free version. That's not fleshed out whatsoever.
Or that. But,
No, I really
no,
want
seriously.
to get to a character section at some point, just because, you know, picking what Esper and what job gives you new abilities.
Dude, I should have you read. One, you can fact check my bullshit, and two, it might help you out. Because I was looking up everywhere for info on this shit when I was fucking down. I was going through the licenses myself, and I had a save I made before I signed everybody's shit, and I was testing things out. It was good stuff. I have to admit, I love writing that kind of shit. That is my thing.
Well, there's certain jobs in Espers that are no-brainers.
Red Battle Mage Archer and Black Mage Monk. I can't think of a single reason not to have
when it comes to like Esper abilities.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, there's certain. You're right about that too. There's certain combinations that are just very much useful with each other.
Yeah, Famfrit and I think Shemhazai are both no-brainers for the Archer, Red Battle Mage, and I think Chaos and Zodiark for the Monk. This is off the top of my head. I just got done with this shit, so I might actually remember a little bit of it for now. But yeah, I should send you a copy of it so you can read through it and preview it. I already told Jared he has to, so he's my co-author. It'll look bad on him if he doesn't fact check me.
7 more armor. 7 more.
Oh yeah, you're gonna pop that trophy. But I also played Day of the Tentacle yesterday, because yesterday was fucking crazy. I don't know how I got all that shit done, because I spent like 8 hours working on that character stuff, maybe longer, and then uploading it. And I still had time to platinum 2 games. Granted, they're quick platinums, but I did Lara Croft Go and Day of the Tentacle. And I have to admit, Day of the Tentacle was a lot better than I thought it would be.
Lara Croft Go.
That was...
Yeah, Day of the Tentacle does have a lot of good jokes in it.
It reminded me a lot of Leisure Suit Larry. Like, just the voice of Bernard and the kind of 80s humor. Very similar between those two games.
Hamsters in it.
Yeah, you play a mini-game inside the game called Maniac Mansion. And
Oh yeah.
there's only one trophy in that game, and that is putting a hamster in a microwave and exploding it. that is the trophy in that game, in that mini game. And then in the main game, you abduct a hamster and you put it in a cooler and freeze it to death, and then you travel to the future. You get it out of the future, you put it in a future microwave, and then there's like trophies you can get for trying to, in your inventory, merge the hamster with a fork. And then I think you can get another trophy for trying to put it back in the microwave when it's already thawed.
Yeah, isn't it the trophy name I want to say is like, we don't do that anymore, or something like that?
Something like that. I think one of them was something like, don't try this at home. So, yeah, there's...
Those fucking wasp nests.
Hate those things.
There's a surprising amount of hamster abuse in that game. But, and then another part I just remember off the top of my head was, you have to win a human beauty pageant in the future. And so you end up dressing up a mummy and ruining another contestant's chances by planting fake vomit in front of them and blaming them for it. And you dress up like a tentacle by changing the past to make the American flag look like a windsock. And so you're in this red, white, and blue windsock flag for one of the characters. And I'll admit, I didn't get the female character at first. Like, I didn't understand what she is supposed to be, and I just thought her voice acting was terrible at first. But that's the character. Like, she is a psychopath who talks really weird. That I don't know. There's nothing else to the character. She's just an insane, crazy person. So
That's redundant.
Insane, crazy person. Yeah, it is.
So I'm getting that you liked all this.
I liked the game. It was a good game. I enjoyed the 4 or 5 hours I spent playing it. Now, I will say that I used the guide the entire way through, because my time is valuable, snowflakes. But, and I wouldn't have figured that shit out without a guide. But just playing it and doing the story...
easily half of it.
Yeah. Just the story alone was great. It's worth a play, even if you're not into puzzles and you just want to, you know, play it for the story. It's zany enough to be interesting. So, especially the hamster abuse, right, Rebecca?
Hamster genocide. Hey, I owe some hamsters some genocide.
Yeah, that hamster's a dick, too. Like, I think the main overarching goal of the game, if I remember correctly, is you have to power up generator. They have these time machines, which are essentially like porta-potty time machines. That's also how you send items between characters. You flush them through time. And you get sent to different times, and you have to repower all these porta-potty time machines. So you're looking for ways to power them up. And one of the ways in one of the timelines is you have to power a generator by getting a hamster to run on a fucking wheel. And you put the hamster in the wheel, and you get punched by some fucking glove. And the hamster, being a dick, runs into a mouse hole. And to get it out of the mouse hole, you have to, back in the past, trick George Washington into adding to the Constitution that every American will have a vacuum cleaner in their basement, and that makes a vacuum cleaner appear in the basement in the future. And then you can suck the little fucker out of his mouse hole with it, and make him run on the hamster wheel again.
What?
It's a very fucking weird game, but yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. So. And it just piles the trophies on, so if you like trophies and you like stupid fucking story games, I'd recommend it. I'd give it an easy 8 out of 10.
This is the same reason why people like Psychonauts and Grim Fandango and all those other type of games.
I thought Psychonauts added actual gameplay.
Yeah, Psychonauts is a platformer.
Yeah.
It's the same type of humor, though.
Okay.
Well, they're made by the same devs, aren't they?
Yeah, more or less.
I know Tim Schafer did Psychonauts.
Oh yeah, I saw his name on the credits. Isn't there a Schafer that worked for Blizzard?
I don't think he ever worked for Blizzard.
I know there's a Schafer, but I don't know if it's the same guy or a relative, or if it's just a shared last name. I'll have to look that up.
It's a fairly common last name.
Is
so...
it? Well, there's an item in Diablo called Schaefer's Hammer, and it's based off of that dude. Ah, there's that fucking nest. But yeah, I enjoyed Day of the Tentacle and would recommend it. And Rebecca, if you want to play it, you can always give it a go on my PlayStation, or using my PlayStation license. The benefits of living in the same house. So.
I'd have to do it on here.
Yeah, you would. So, alright. With that out of the way, we can get to actual news. 38 minutes to build up to actual news. Jesus fucking Christ. That's okay. I don't feel bad. I'll let you guys talk about E8 a lot, so. Everyone wins. First thing up here, and pretty much I think the most noteworthy bit of old news that we saw at TGS, and I don't even really want to cover this as part of TGS because it has so little to do with anything Japan. They showed, I think it was a new Red Dead 2 trailer. Am I right on that, Jared? Had you ever seen that trailer they showed before? Was it an old one? Okay.
They're showing one soon, I think, this week.
Well, it was new to me, and yeah, they promised that they're going to have a new trailer out on September 28th. So, I guess another case of announcing news of news to come. So we'll probably be talking about that on next week's podcast. And where are all these things coming from still?
Asheville.
I wish they would mark their
They're
nests.
coming from over here.
Over by you, Jared?
A bunch of them fly out. Yeah, here it
Oh,
goes.
here's a nest.
Okay. These things are annoying. And I'm out of energy. Had Red Dead 2 pre-ordered for a while now. Mostly because probably going to have to write on it. Which is fine. I thought the first Red Dead game was very good. Thankfully, it had better fucking checkpoints than Grand Theft Auto 4. Fucking atrocious.
Well, it couldn't have had much worse ones.
No shit. I still remember that mission in Grand Theft Auto 4 where you have to go with Packy to that sewage plant and fight those mobsters, and you have to drive all the way from Packy's house to the sewage treatment plant. I think that's what it is. And if you fuck up any part of the mission, and I'll clarify, if any of your NPCs get themselves killed, because that's what's going to happen, you have to drive all the way fucking back from Packy's house. And it's just like, why is this a thing? Abysmal. Atrocious. Rockstar should be ashamed of themselves. Oh, another fucking nest. Oh, someone got it.
It's dead.
I assume it was Greg. Because I heard the sound of a monster go off, and then BK's nearby, so...
Jared doesn't have a monster.
I love this monster, though. It's a great fuck you gun. Anyways.
Yeah, I got a regular sniper.
Now, it's good to have utility in the team. Like, Greg and I, if we concentrate our fire on a UFO or a Hector, it's probably done. In other news, NieR Automata sales top 2 million. So I didn't really see that game selling that well. It seemed kind of niche, but I'll be damned, it sold pretty good for a game of that type. At least that's what I assume it sold pretty good. Square-Enix probably, it doesn't sell 5 million. Flop.
Right?
No, they're already talking about milking it now.
Yep, that is another news story. They are hiring... Where did I put it? Square-Enix is hiring staff for, quote, NieR-related product scenario creation. If that doesn't scream DLC to you, I don't know what does. Every time Square-Enix announces something, I automatically temper my excitement by going, probably some shitty mobile game. But we'll see.
Mobile game or DLC?
The DLC I'm fine with, to an extent.
If it's good DLC.
If it's good DLC. Like, you can't talk about how great The Witcher 3's DLC was and shit on every other DLC. It can be done right. Some of the things...
One of it's not like Force Armor.
Well, amazingly, Bethesda reverted back to that, but I'm not going to rant about the Creation Club again.
Yeah.
Just that they're scum fucks, and here's the other fucking thing. And yeah, no news on a Fallout 4 GOTY separate trophy list. I'm assuming it's the same game, and they just bundled all the DLC on a code card, if I had to guess. So, no sense in getting your hopes up for that one, Greg.
Yeah.
Some of the things... I mean, I'd totally buy it again if it had another trophy list, because I've been really itching to play through it again. At least the main stuff, the DLC can kind of go fuck itself.
Yay! I got it! Yay!
Yay! But some of the stuff Square Enix is looking for, people applying
levels after everyone else.
People applying for this project should be able to plot for subquests, etc., as well as scenario framing, design instructions such as NPC design specifications to be used in-game, and creating text for items descriptions, etc. to appear in-game. So they're clearly working on something, but what is a subject of debate and speculation. Is anyone else following this Vampyr game?
I've heard of a little bit of it.
Oh, this fucker again. Motherfuck, fuck right off. Is this another timed mission? Because I'm flying to a building and saying fuck right off. Because there's no point in even fighting.
Is that our robot? What is that?
Are we gonna have a robot fight?
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, drop the robot.
Didn't this... They just showed a TGS trailer of basically this exact scene.
I'm in the robot.
Fuck you, dude.
I'm controlling the robot.
Why aren't we playing as... Oh, I was going to say, why aren't we playing as that robot?
Why don't we each get a robot? Where's my robot?
I'm content to just watch. It means I can cover the news.
Why don't we Voltron this shit?
Greg,
Get knocked over. God damn,
if
Greg.
you lose to this thing...
I have no idea what I'm doing, like, at all.
This Vampyr, it looks like it's a story-driven action RPG. Looked pretty good, but I just don't know really anything about the game or the developers really, so I'm kind of also a little burnt out by how much shit came out this year, so it's pretty far back on my back burner. Which is good because it just got delayed to spring 2018 for polish and balance issues. Spring 2018 is looking like a pretty rough window to come out in, but hey,
Just
it's
punch
good.
him in the face. The game just
I
does.
move at a snail's pace.
Oh, he's doing
Well,
something.
punch him in the face.
I better dodge in all 15 frames per second I'm capable of moving in.
Yeah, no, holy shit.
Which reminds me, I think we might have talked about it before, but it's worth bitching about again.
Hey asshole, don't destroy this building.
He's going to destroy my building. The frame rate in Dynasty Warriors 8. Holy hell. How did they not get arrested for that? It should be a crime to have a frame rate that bad.
Awful.
Like, anytime there are fires going on, I swear it's dropping to the single digits. And I'm not that much of a miser when it comes to frame rate. It's just that bad. You can't not complain about it. What the hell did you do,
You
Jared?
just like turn around and like
He just like swatted
nuzzle
me like
you
a fly.
to death.
He doesn't seem to like it when I shoot him with this monster, because he likes to turn around and glare at me when I do. That being said, Rebecca and I have been playing Dynasty Warriors 8 on and off, and god damn, the nostalgia is so fucking great. I was...
Yeah, let's not talk about Dynasty Warriors.
Why not?
Because they're just making a bunch of, they're like reverting back to Dynasty Warriors 6 with 9.
Oh, right. Yeah, that character, Wang, whatever her name is.
Bunch of them have
Wang.
clones.
You know the cool-looking, Wei chick who, every time she does her musu, she, like, bends over and flops her tits all over?
I don't remember her.
She's really strong. She does, like, a running
She has
combo.
little, like, she has little, like size or like little tridents.
Yeah, they're giving her, chakras.
Is she the one that's switching to the chakra?
Yeah, that annoys me, because she's a cool character in Dynasty Warriors 8. And it
They
looks
need
like...
to give Lou Payback his fucking little mustache.
Oh, yeah, Rebecca, go rant on that.
And goatee. Damn it.
Rebecca, when we started playing Dynasty Warriors with 4, we had no clue what the fuck really this game was. I had a friend who was half Japanese, half German, and he had the games. He was cool as shit. And this was kind of a real fucking super niche thing. Yeah, Dynasty Warriors 3, and I was like, oh, that seems neat. And we all moved our separate ways, and I was in Pennsylvania with Rebecca, and we were like, well, we need some cheap shit game we can play together. And so I called him up and was like, so what do you recommend, Dynasty Warriors 3 or Dynasty Warriors 4? And he was like, I mean, I know you played 3 a little bit, but 4 is just better. So we bought 4. We didn't have any idea who the fuck the characters were, and we decided to play the fucking Shu faction first because they were green. That's as far as our depth went. And I was like, well, I'm picking Guan Yu because he looks like fucking tits. And Rebecca, by process of elimination, naturally had to pick Liu Bei because, come on, Zhang Fei? No one's picking that douche. So she played Liu Bei, and that was kind of like her character, her first Dynasty Warriors character. He's actually a lot stronger in Dynasty Warriors 8, but they took away his fucking mustache and goatee, so he looks like a child. And then he has that fucking child, Liu Chan. Ugh!
Oh god.
He's horrible.
I thought they'd given him Liu Bei a goatee mustache or whatever.
In 9?
Yeah.
I'll have to look it up. If so, Rebecca's going to be happy about that. Let's see. Liu Bei, Dynasty Warriors 9. Oh crap, they're actual enemies.
Are there? Oh.
Yeah, they're swarming.
They're on me. They're on me.
Oh, they're just ants. Okay, well, we need to save Gregory and... Oh, he does have one in this scene, but not in this one. Is it facial hair optional?
Or he doesn't have a mustache or goatee.
If they give us the option, I don't care. We're team facial hair all the way. At least when Liu Bei is concerned. He just doesn't look right without it. It's amazing in Dynasty Warriors, though. Like, I didn't play 6 or 7, or any of the thousands of spin-offs in between. And I go back to 8, and they're still telling the same fucking story the same way, with the same horrible, outdated voice. Like, this shit was terrible back on the PlayStation 2. On the PlayStation 4, come on now, it is real bad.
Yeah, you gotta admit, Lu Bu's voice is still good.
Lu Bu is always fantastic because he is insane and uncontrollable. All he is doing is shouting threats at you the whole game. How can you fuck that up? You can't. But every time you're playing like Liu Bei or Guan Yu, it's like, I must defeat you for justice.
Can you guys not join me in this robot?
We must end this chaos.
How are we to control the robot when you are controlling the robot?
Yeah, this
I
isn't
don't
like...
know, it's big. There might be multiple parts to it.
This isn't like Power Rangers, dude. It's like Gundam Wing.
Plus, if we fail, we can blame you entirely.
And by the way, they showed off some Earth Defense Force 5 at TGS, and they showed off this exact monster fighting a big yellow robot. So, is Earth Defense Force 5 basically the same thing again, or...
It's like the Dynasty Warriors game.
Maybe so. Maybe it's the same ants and wasps and spiders and Gazeras all over again.
Didn't they showed off a new Earth Defense Force game?
The Wing Diver thing?
No, it's called Iron Rain or something. It's like a story-based one.
Mm-hmm. I have no faith in them telling me a story. Is that wrong after this?
I mean... No?
I didn't think so. I was waiting for someone to reinforce me there. I was getting a little concerned. I was like, did I miss the story? That, like, are there deep plot lines going on that I'm not paying attention to?
Yeah.
Or was
they
everyone
tell
just...
a lot of funny little jokes, though, in quips that
True.
you miss because you have the volume down.
No, I mean, for slapstick action, it's fine. You know, I don't expect anything more.
It kind of reminds me of, oh, fuck, what's it called?
Starship Troopers?
Yeah.
I mean, I actually want to go ahead and say that I don't want them to try and make this more serious. I like the game for the camp. Like, if they made Saints Row 5 and they're like, no, it's serious. It's like, no, I want it to be comedy. Do what you're good at.
Greg's robot spends, like, all of its time on its back.
Hey.
It's like an Irish woman. Oh.
Or like Kim Kardashian.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Have you seen... okay, this is the only time I ever want to bring this up. This sort of...
See, that's a good segue.
Oh,
Have you seen...
who's on its back now, bitch?
Have you seen Kanye West? Dude is fatter than I am now. What the fuck? I don't even think that's an exaggeration.
See, this is a good segue because, speaking of Kanye West,
Oh god.
South Park has gone gold. The new South Park game.
Yes, it has.
And the trailer they put out for it spoofed that game Kanye West is making for his mom.
We killed it. Get down there and loot it, everyone. Oh shit.
What? Who's
I'm
the
gonna-
bitch now?
I'm gonna take credit for that just because I shot it with my monster right before it died. I don't care if it was Greg's big giant robot that did all the work or not.
I was shooting it constantly.
So yeah, so the trailer South Park put out did a spoof where they made Kanye West a gay fish.
I can't bring myself to buy
Probably
that
because
game.
he likes fish sticks.
Yeah.
Everyone loves fish sticks. But I can't bring myself to buy that game because I haven't played Stick of Truth or beaten Stick of Truth yet. That's
Well,
one of those games I
think
just
it
need to
comes
get a
with
good
it.
guide for and play through.
It comes with it.
On the PS4?
Yeah.
I heard about that.
No,
trophy
you should
list.
buy it.
Separate trophy list?
Yep.
Rebecca, do you hear
God
what Jared's
damn
doing?
it, Jared! Fucking Jared, and I have medical bills and shit.
Yeah, they're fine. We live in America. We're never paying off our medical bills anyways, so.
That's true.
Right? Why would you even assume that?
So if you buy the physical version, you get the digital copy of Fracture or Stick of Truth on the PS4.
Yeah, I think if you buy the physical version, it comes whenever the game comes out. And if you get the digital version, you get it right away, I think.
I mean, I don't need it right away. I'll have to look into this because I might end up having to buy that. I mean, is that just a pre-order bonus, or do all new copies come with it?
I'm not sure.
I need to look that up too because there's a good chance I'll nab it on Black Friday, or well, maybe not Black Friday, but there's a good chance I'll buy it new and get the game
What
anyways.
the fuck was that?
These things are swarming me. Oh, these red fuckers. Shit aimed at you.
Blowing up on my face.
Wow, do some of these things have shields now, or? I don't know, they just have different wings. Okay.
Or douchebags.
Alright, what other news do we have here? Right, this is a little fun story. Holy shit, what the fuck? I guess they just have laser beams they can spam at you. Anyways, the Sonic Forces and Hooters team up in Japan. Now, is it just me, or is that an odd combination? Actually, the weirdest combination, I told Rebecca I was going to talk about this. I don't care if it's racist or not, but why does Japan have Hooters? Are there even any Hooters in Japan? If someone can link me to a naturally busty Japanese girl, I will withdraw my assertion. Are there?
Oh, come on.
Okay, because in the Sonic
That
Forces
many
trailer,
people.
in the Sonic Forces, not trailer, the image they use for this partnership, they show two Japanese Hooter employees, and I gotta tell you, they ain't Hooters.
But they're also known for their short shorts and sexy legs. Which those two girls do have.
Whatever. Hooters is about the boobs, not about thigh. Or for fuck's sakes, it's called Hooters.
I know, but they are also well known for that.
I
Was my
guess.
point.
Alright, we'll weigh in here. Do you get a pass as a Hooters girl for not having Hooters if you have legs?
Yes. They will still hire you in American Hooters if you have good legs, but no tits.
Greg, happily married man, do you care to weigh in on this?
Nope.
Oh shit, I'm almost dead.
Yeah, I'm dead too because these things.
I'm kidding. It's in the name, isn't it? That's,
Hooters doesn't mean
Yeah, you
legs.
have
to
the
deny.
expectation that they'll have tits because it's called Hooters.
I
But I'm
do.
saying they will also hire you if you have nice legs.
I do have to point out though, I've never actually been to a Hooters.
We drive past
I've been to
sometimes.
one, and I got a great story from it.
Besides, if we were gonna go to a sexy store, I'd want to go to the Tilted Kilt.
I knew you'd say
the
that.
food is a lot better.
Yeah,
I would
it's
just say this: you should never base your eating experience off of other people's
Oh yeah, their
bodies.
staff is also hotter, according to one of my coworkers.
I heard the food at the Tilted Kilt was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I heard it was
So you
pretty
get
mediocre.
Really good food, and the girls are supposed to be sexier than our local Hooters girls.
Okay, well that settles it. Greg, if you ever come here, we'll go to the Tilted Kilt.
I guess we have to now.
Rebecca already wants to go, so fuck it. 2 birds.
It's expensive as fuck.
So what? We'll spend fucking $50. Greg will spend 20, 30. We'll be fine. We spent more on dinners before.
Yeah, I can't even remember how much I fucking spent on my birthday dinner.
It's about the same as you spend at Old Chicago, so fuck it.
Ah, you sons of bitches! I was underneath a bridge. How the fuck did you even hit me?
What's all these things are doing is swarming me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing wrong to get hit by them all the time. Okay,
trying to
this
make
thing
my
takes
way
a full
there.
hit from a monster and still survives? You really gotta focus on these
darn it.
gossamer winged ones, because they do a lot of damage. But they don't have that much health. Okay, well, I guess that's a tie. Unless Jared's gonna weigh in on the Hooters situation.
Jared,
No,
What?
no. Okay, so I say you need Hooters to work at Hooters. Rebecca says legs count. And 2 abstains. So. What a boring
Thank you
vote.
for either.
I'm fine with their hiring
You probably
practices.
get bonuses for
I
having
mean-
both.
I understand their hiring practices, I should say. I just disagree with them. Fundamentally.
Well, they also want skinny girls, and a lot of the time it's difficult for skinny girls to also have big tits.
I mean, if you put on like 5 or 10 pounds, it ain't gonna kill you.
Yeah, but it also won't give you the tits you're looking for.
Unless you're Kanye West, in which case it's a prelude to putting on apparently 200 more pounds. Jesus Christ, these fucking things.
Oh, it's just Jared now.
Like, there's no real strategy for them. They just bob around drunkenly. They're far more mobile than you, so you just gotta hope they don't fucking surround you. Alright, as for TGS, oh, let's get this fucking out. Final Fantasy IX. Somebody else splurge about this game, because I can't be bothered.
you can't be bothered with Final Fantasy IX?
No.
Have you ever beat it?
I've never played it.
Chibi
What?
motherfuckers.
I detest the art
That
style.
is not. First of all, that's not chibi.
What are you
enough.
talking about? That is the definition of chibi. How many head lengths are
You
the
have,
characters?
giant
not,
head.
you have not seen chibi.
I've seen chibi.
worse
World,
chibi. This
World
is
of
true,
Final
but-
Fantasy is chibi.
That
Son
is
of a bitch.
beyond obnoxious.
Oh, we all died.
Yeah.
I mean, those red
Okay,
things just
those
shotgun you. What are you gonna
those
do?
red ones have to die.
Okay.
I've been trying to kill him. How many times do you have to shoot him with a fucking sniper rifle to kill them?
About 8 times with a thunderbow. They take more than one shot from
I
monster to
wasn't
kill.
using a thunderbow.
So these things are just dicks. Maybe we all need to stand around each other and not fly off.
I'll try to focus on the red ones.
Well, somebody put over Final Fantasy IX, because that was the... Unfortunately, that was the big announce that Square Enix had at TGS. I was hoping for Chrono Trigger, Final Fantasy VIII. Got my hopes up. Instead, they gave us Final Fantasy IX, so... And again, I've never played it. I'm not bashing the game. I just look at the character design and the art, and I go, this is not for me. I refuse to play
It was a
anything that looks
throwback
this
to
stupid.
the old fantasy setting. Final
Yeah,
Fantasy.
I know what it was. I only put up with the old shit because I assumed that the graphics weren't intense enough to make the characters look more realistic. I always pretended the characters looked human. Like in Final Fantasy VI, Terra and all them, they don't have a actual head to body ratio of, fucking 1.3. they're actually fully formed adults. You see them in Dissidia, you saw them in the Anthology video, so I assume that was the case, but when Final Fantasy IX comes out in, what, 1999? And the graphics still look like that? I'm like, no, now you're just being silly. Now it's absurd, I don't even care.
Well, this is also a game where there's hippo people and frog people and, you know, talking dogs.
That's not making me want to play it anymore.
There's way more than just humans out there.
It's a lot more kiddie than Final Fantasy 7 and 8 were. And those were the games I based my Final Fantasy expectations on. At least in the PlayStation era, so... Yeah, I mean, just looking at it, Final Fantasy 9 was a disappointment. To me.
Yeah, I got one of the red ones. Haha.
Seriously,
One
take
down,
more than one shot from
1,000
monster.
more to go.
As long as we all
Yeah,
stay around
that's
each other,
crazy.
we'll be fine. Oh, fine, I'll talk about it. So they announced the game, and immediately after they announced it, they said it's out on PS4. It's still out on PS4. I think the discounted initial price is about to end. It either runs through the 26th or the 25th. So in which case you have a day, or the time just expired. And I think the discounted price was 16 something.
Ow, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's quite a bit of money for one game, one old game.
Well, it's nothing different than they did with Final Fantasy VII, so...
There is some healing by me.
Yeah, those red ones just shoot multi-lasers, and if multiple ones of them hit you, they'll...
It's the fucking other ones that are kicking my ass.
Oh, yeah, the Gossamer Winged ones fucking do a direct fire laser thing. They'll just persist and spam on you. Fuck, I'm lucky this
We
level.
gotta take out that... We gotta take out that ship.
Oh, shit. You red asshole.
Yeah, but it's making more.
Where is this shit? That big thing over there? Oh, okay. Hopefully I'm in range. Yeah, it's just producing them, isn't it?
There
I think
goes.
I think the game also comes with a theme and some PlayStation icons.
Avatars.
Avatars, whatever they're called. And a trophy list. So, either one of you two have any expectations of platinuming the game?
That trophy list is indeed bullshit. You remember the 200 lightning dodges in Final Fantasy X?
Yes.
They essentially want you to do the same thing, but 1,000 times instead of 200. So it's easily 5 times worse.
And the
Jared,
speed
hold
and
your health up here.
the speed and the rhythm changes the higher up you go, from what I saw in the video that I watched. Yeah, I mean, the lightning bolts are supposed to be unpredictable, but you can find spots you can spawn them regularly and grind the trophy out that way. This just looks ridiculous. I'm putting it on the same level as that Stardew Valley trophy. Deep in the fuck that shit territory. Yeah, there's more healing up here. But now it looks like the level cleared out, so I mean... I guess, whatever. The game just does what the fuck it wants.
Those red ones drop a lot of shit.
Yeah.
This is one of those games where one time you play through a mission, it'll just fucking skull fuck you, and then another time you don't even have any trouble. And there's no real rhyme or reason as to why. In a lot of cases. This isn't the only game that's like that, but it is an example. Alright. Other news we had, I think the next biggest thing that came out at TGS was all the shit they showed of Monster Hunter World. They had a nice big long section for that at the end of Sony's conference. And they showed off quite a lot of stuff. Yeah, they showed off...
Not just at the conference.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I was watching clips of it. They had a couple of them. They showed off some, like, coral area that looks really fucking... This game is looking gorgeous. Just a different
They also
scenery.
put out some collector's editions.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about collector because they're editions in Capcom.
Oh, why not, Jared?
Because they're Marvel versus Capcom. I mean, yeah, Marvel versus Capcom Infinite Collector's Edition is a piece of shit.
Is anyone actually buying that game? Can we be real?
Yeah, there's a pretty good, pretty big fighting game community out there.
I mean, with Dragon Ball Fighter Z on the horizon, who could possibly care about that?
There's a big fighting game guy I watch on Twitch. He actually likes Marvel vs. Capcom more than Dragon Ball.
Well,
what the fuck is wrong with him?
You know, I haven't played either game, so I don't know how they control. So I can see.
I've seen the pictures of the characters though. They look like ass.
They look like ass, but the gameplay's good.
Yeah, that is a lot more
Yeah,
important.
well, the Dragon Ball Z game looks fucking awesome, and the gameplay looks like it's actually probably fun, if difficult.
I heard it was pretty dumbed down, so you didn't need to be too crazy with combos. It's one of those fighting games I like, where you have to know what to do, when to do it, not necessarily have the dexterity and the thumb fortitude to pull off 18-hit
I don't
combos.
like that kind, because I can't just button mash and win.
That's the kind you like. Is the ones where you have to, the combos are short.
You said they have to be specifically timed.
Well, yeah, you have to know what moves to use in a certain situation. Not, the skill isn't based off being able to perform the combos.
What part of button mash did you not understand? I don't want to have to memorize timings and shit.
I would much prefer to memorize the timings. I played one game.
Like the ability to spam moves. I'm a bad person.
Yeah, those tend to work better in games where the combos are harder to pull off. That way, if you learn how to pull them off, you tend to be able to spam them better.
Up, down, up. Up, down, up.
No, that's not a combo. That's barely anything.
I said spam moves. I didn't say combo.
Whatever. I remember playing one game in high school with the aforementioned friends. I think it was Street Fighter EX2 or some shit. And
Alpha?
God, I don't remember which particular fucking Alpha, Turbo, Delta, whatever.
He knows what Street Fighter.
Yeah. It was a Street Fighter EX2 something on the PlayStation 2. And we had a multi-tap and we'd play with fucking numerous people. I think it allowed 4 players. Maybe that's Unreal Tournament I'm thinking, but whatever. I remember my fucking thumbs would just get fucking wrecked playing that fucking game. Because some of the move combos were just ridiculous, and having to roll from like diagonal down to diagonal up and back and shit to perform. No, that's ridiculous, man. That ruined a fucking controller doing that shit. Playing that game for a few fucking weeks. So yeah, I ain't got time for that shit. But the best thing they showed off, in my opinion, of Monster Hunter World was the character creation. Have you watched any of this character creation stuff, Jared?
Yeah, I was.
They don't have a whole lot of options for a lot. Like, most of the features are relegated to pages of 6 options, and there's like between 3 and 5 pages per option, like hairstyles, face structure, eyebrows. So you have about 18 to 30 options per facial feature, roughly. But they do have a color slider, so Rebecca?
Yay!
Rebecca loves herself color sliders.
And not only can you create your character, but you can create your cat.
Your cat. Okay, I had to dump on that, but yeah, those things are adorable, and you have a fair bit of customization control over them.
You were just saying in Slack that you hated them.
I hate cats. I do hate cats.
Again, it was like, aww.
But these aren't cats. They're not shitting in a litter box and fucking hiding under the couch and clawing your feet when you put your foot down.
Oh, I imagine they do.
Dickheads. If they do that, then I'm killing them. If possible. Probably not. But just in the game, on the adorable little outfits they wore, it was great. It was fantastic.
Yeah, he was like, oh.
I was like, look at that little outfit.
He had a bigger vagina than me at that time.
Indeed I did. So yeah, I did character creation, and the actual character models look pretty good from what I saw.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's what happens when you actually make a game on an actual system.
yeah, right, Capcom. But yeah, I can't buy any collector's edition bullshit for that because I've already got a $10 discount on the games on Amazon, so it'd just be a waste of money to buy a collector's edition now. So I'm gonna stick with the vanilla and be happy with that. So, but that is.
We have 2 vanillas ordered.
We have 2 vanillas, and they're both discounted to $50 before the Amazon discount is applied. So that's cool as shit.
How many fucking spiders are there?
I know, it's kind of annoying.
Quite a bit. And the announced release date for it is January 26th.
Yep.
So we'll be playing that pretty soon into 2018. Obviously a fucking day one podcast game. Should go without saying. I think we're
actually
all
agree.
on board. Yeah, I think we're all on board with that. Like, Rebecca and I already have a copy, and Jared apparently agrees. So...
The only holdout might be Greg, and you know what? Fuck that guy. He doesn't have to play with us. I don't know where he went.
How close are we to beating this game, by the way?
We're on mission 60. There's 80 missions.
Yeah,
Oh, we got
I
this.
wonder what this mission is about.
If we put in the time...
Transport ship surprise attack.
Well, how is it a surprise attack? We already know it's a transport ship.
Well, we'll talk about this later, because I've got ideas for things to play on the podcast coming up. And if we get done with this game, because it sounds like Greg is chafing a bit, we have Fat Princess Adventures, and then... And it's all fine and dandy to move on to new things, but you kind of got to have a fallback. But first, let's continue with the TGS shit before we get into podcast stuff. They also showed off a Shadow of the Colossus trailer, which I really should have this game pre-ordered, but I don't, and that's mostly because Amazon still has, like, placeholder information for it. So I'm waiting until they actually get a big boy fucking description of it on Amazon, and then I'll buy it. What else we got? Dragon's Crown
What the hell is
Pro.
a plasma RAM?
A RAM made of plasma. Speaking of podcast games, Dragon's Crown Pro was announced for the PS4. For Japan only so far, and it's set to come out January 25th. That's going to be fucking brutal. A day before fucking Monster Hunter World. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane. That sounds like a death spot. Dragon's Crown Pro. They showed the game off a bit at TGS. I didn't see any new characters, any new levels, not really much in the way of new features. It is apparently cross-play with the PlayStation 3 and Vita versions, which is surprising. Not even a given that it's going to have its own trophy list at this point, honestly. Since it has a different name, though, I kind of suspect it will. I mean, how disappointing would that be, right, Greg?
Yeah.
I mean, I
for
guess
real.
it's a platinum either way, so it doesn't matter all that much, but... it's going to have Pro support, so it's going to have 4K graphics on the Pro, I presume, which, let's be honest, that'll look fucking beautiful. Its music is re-recorded by a live orchestra. I don't even remember much of the music, but hey, live orchestras always sound better,
I
so...
love the music in that game. It's fucking weird.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I remember the title music and the town music.
You don't remember the camp music?
Not really, no. Shamefully enough.
The whole camp is weird with the making meals and whatnot.
I'll be honest, that's a game I've been desperately wanting to play as part of the podcast or just in general for a long time. because the whole time I was playing with Rebecca, it was good, but it's a game that really just begs to be played with 4 players who are a team who know what they're doing. And for the first time in fucking forever, I mean, how many people actually have that? We got that shit. So I would totally dig playing Dragon's Crown. But since they gave it the new name treatment, I have a suspicion it's going to be expensive without really adding anything new.
Yeah, I bet it will be cheaper than a new release.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Kinda
probably
like
40
Golden
bucks.
Sphere.
Is what I'm thinking.
$60.
Was it?
I think so.
Now, why is that game not multiplayer? Can anyone justify that to me?
But they did a lot of work with Golden Sphere.
I mean, I was looking at that game and I was like, this might be the alternative to Dragon's Crown. And then, you know, Jared ruins my fucking day by saying it's only single player, and I'm like, how the fuck is this only single player? These ships have gots to go. God, how many shots of monster can they take? It's also going to have a royal package, which I guess is sort of like a collector's edition, which will come with an album and an album booklet. And they didn't say whether this was available for separate purchase or if it was only part of the royal package, but it comes with DLC content, including a moving bestiary, which sounds great for that game, a PlayStation 4 theme, and a digital art book. Granted, I don't care about the digital art book because I have a physical art book, and that was a great feature for the original game to have.
You know what's going to be fun when that comes out? All the people online.
You think there's going to be another...
a shit ton of people.
I'm not talking about that.
Justify what you mean.
You know
a
what
lot
I'm
of players or people bitching about sexism?
People bitching about it again.
They've already started, in some cases. You know what? DualShocker seems like a pretty cool website.
I was gonna say, this is a perfect segue.
It's a perfect
to that.
segue. Because I was looking stuff up on the 3 sites I still use, Gamatsu, DualShockers, and Eurogamer. And I saw the DualShockers coverage for it. The banner they use at the top is a skeleton being face-fucked by the sorceress. Oops.
Yeah, that guy that runs DualShocker, he likes those,
And they had 3
Sexy.
videos down below it. You know what the images were for those videos? One was a sorceress spilling fucking stew all over her tits. The other one was that magic shop owner with her tits all wagging out. And the third image was the elf, the barbarian, and the sorceress. So I was like, okay, if DualShockers ever goes fucking all feminist and starts whining about this shit, they can't. They can't.
Get a screenshot of it while you can, and then put that in their comment section.
I don't.
They get all
I mean, I looked it up online just to make sure they never did, and I didn't see anything about DualShockers buying into that bullshit back in the past when it was still a thing. So I'm going to assume that's unlikely. There's a reason I still use them. Why do I feel like I shouldn't be off on my lonesome? Jesus, how many... Do we have to destroy all those... No, they're too high up in the air. Can't be expected to destroy those ships.
I shot that one like fucking 12 times.
Yeah, that one right above us. That one has to go. Get in my way, ant fuck. Okay, there we go. Oh, I got killed by ants. Because apparently they can shotgun you with their ass. So yeah, if DualShockers ever decide to cry about sexism, just remember their Dragon's Crown Pro stuff. Because I don't think they have a leg to stand on. Not as far as that goes. And that's all I have for TGS. I know Greg was looking it up, so if he wants to comment on shit,
Well,
to fill in the stuff I missed.
this is nothing to do with TGS, but it is speaking of sites just, you know, giving up game journalism.
Oh god.
So, I didn't really get a chance to follow TGS, which is a shame. So I type in TGS 2017, and the first thing that pops up is this IGN article.
Oh.
The 6 most embarrassing, I don't know if you guys heard this or not earlier, the 6 most emotional experiences I had at Tokyo Game Show. Okay, first of all, what the fuck?
Did you actually read the article?
Yeah, I read it.
Who-
The whole thing.
Who is paying somebody to go to TGS?
She put it through like that so she had an excuse
to get an emotional
talk about
experience.
all these different things, and then it's like framed really stupidly. But why did you even like do it that way?
It's
You
framed
wanna
that
talk
way.
about
First- the
different
first
boobs
thing-
and stuff?
It's framed
The
that
first
way.
thing on
The
here,
boobs.
Gone.
the first thing on here is Carasol's makeup and Ikemen booth.
Yeah, she
What
got
does that have to
excited
do
'cause
with
she got her
gaming?
makeup done and got to take a picture with a dude.
Okay.
What's that got to do at all with Tokyo Game Show?
This is not a game
Because it was for
journalist.
their Otomi. Their dating games.
This is not a legitimate game journalist. Who the fuck
It
is
was
paying
for their
them?
dating games.
Who's paying them to go to fucking Tokyo to talk about how non-gaming shit at the event made them feel? No, there's a reason she framed it like this. She framed it like this explicitly so she could talk about an uncritical, emotional, bullshit fucking knee-jerk reaction she had to it. Which means there's absolutely no journalistic quality to this whatsoever.
She talked about the various booths and what they contain, but nobody gives a shit how they made you feel.
Well, let's
It
take a
made
poll.
me sad because
take-
I remembered this about this game.
Let's take a vote. Who gives a fuck how a video game made a journalist feel at a game show?
Right?
This
Don't
isn't a
frame it as a
video game
feels
though.
thing.
This is
True.
makeup and shit.
No, that's a step below.
So I mean,
even
so
that.
far.
It's still a makeup thing for a game booth, but it's a shitty little dating game. That's what the article said. I read the article after you mentioned it.
I
But
guess
still,
I saw makeup and
she's
I was
like-
like, "What the fuck? Get out of
She's
here!"
like going on and on about how like that booth, in order to promote its little dating game, is they do your makeup for you, and then you get to pose with hot guys, and I think she even said hot guys in the article, and take pictures with them.
Now let's just flip
Like your
this.
favorite characters from this dating
Let's
game.
say it is a male journalist going to a game show and posing with a bunch of booth babes, which are now banned, I might add, in most game shows, and talking about, oh, how hot the fucking chick dressed up as Samus was. You don't think there would be people bitching about that? Because I'm almost certain
sure
there'd be
there
people
would.
bitching about that.
I'm going back to the Thunderbolt because I didn't really like that plasma area.
Anyway, there's 6 things on here, right? Number 2 is Sadness, the Square-Enix merch booth. I can see that a little bit, because they have all this shit that's pretty cool that you'll never afford. Right? But again, this has nothing to do with any sort of games. Like this entire, this is, I just put in Tokyo Game Show 2017. This is the first motherfucking thing I get.
I just saw a big ass spider.
They were already huge.
They were already huge, and this one's bigger than.
Instantly.
Well, we already hate the spiders, and then you make it fucking
Is it
10
dead?
times the size, or 20 times the size.
Did we kill it?
There's no way.
I think it's dead.
I think Jared killed it.
I'm gonna take credit for this one too, because I totally shot it in the ass with Monster on a flyby.
My,
Yeah, me too.
The plasma ram does 1,000 damage.
Oh no, it's probably Jared then. He was doing twice as much damage as we were, so I'll give Jared it.
I told
What's
you
this
it was
plasma
Jared.
ram?
It's a short range weapon.
It's a short range weapon.
Yeah.
That's why he was right under it.
Oh, there's more of them.
I mean, as long as it's dead.
There's another giant one.
Kill it, Jared, kill it.
Jared's like, as long as it's that far away up on the side of the building.
Kill
I
it with your
can't.
mighty man ram.
You better ram it. Maybe I should have kept the ram clip.
Right in your spider face. That one was all me. I'm claiming credit for it.
I shot it a dozen times.
With what?
My plasma, or my thunder sniper, or whatever.
I thought it shot it 3 times with monster. I win. And I know I got the last shot on that one. Claiming it.
Oh, I know I didn't get the last shot.
It's claimed. The claiming has been done. Alright, read more of this article, if you dare.
I fed him tacos, and this is
Oh, let's see what number 3 is. Confusion, anime Counter-Strike. Whatever. Counter-Strike Online 2, free to play, whatever.
How are you getting emotional about that?
Some 2013 game,
well,
right?
the emotion was confusion, so...
Okay, look, you can't call yourself a game journalist because I don't know what the fuck this is. So I'm emotionally confused by it. I mean, that's basically Polygon with fucking analog sticks in a first-person shooter.
She explained what it was, too, so how the fuck are you confused if you're gonna explain to everyone else exactly what it is? You weren't confused. Oh, you're too close to my face, stupid spider.
Oh, there's more than one giant spider. Oh, I think someone killed
Yeah,
it.
there's 2 of them.
Yep, one's dead.
Kill it. Kill
You
them
get it with
both.
this plasma ram?
Yeah, I rammed it.
Rebecca, want to say it?
No.
No?
No.
Bad woman.
Ah.
Now I'm bending over around, getting rammed by the spiders.
They returned the favor. See?
Yeah.
At least they're not selfish.
Now, these little spiders are fucking thunder cunts.
Yeah, they are.
Some enemies in this game are just far more powerful than it seems they have any right to be. Oh, that's not an armor box. That's just like a mailbox. What the fuck?
I know, I keep doing that too.
Oh man, I Rebecca. That's only like
Lipstick.
that's only like 30 steps up from Polygon.
I don't know how you're taking this, Rebecca.
I said 30 steps
I
up.
fed this fucker tacos! This is why we're no longer in a relationship. I am single. Officially. We are broken up. It's
Tacos, like Doritos tacos too, so they have like the nacho cheese
Yeah.
on the outside.
So, what the fuck?
You also didn't buy enough lettuce though, so now I'm
I
lettuce
bought
deprived
enough
for the
lettuce.
next
There's
meal.
a whole other head in there.
Oh, okay. She's
So
only
fuck off.
100 steps up above Polygon.
Don't
Yeah.
even compare me to Polygon.
Ugh. You know, we didn't
I've
cover
played
this,
a game
but
before.
that's true. She's not
I
dying
mean,
in this.
If this was Polygon, they'd be shooting a building trying to aim for the big spider.
I would love to see Polygon play EDF. I really would. We never went over this, but what was more pathetic, Cuphead or Polygon playing Doom?
Cuphead,
Yeah, I agree.
by far.
Yeah, that Cuphead was way ridiculously lame.
At least Polygon was able to get out of the tutorial. I mean, an analog for the Cuphead thing with Doom is not even being able to get out of the room you start in.
Speaking of
For
Cuphead, it
5
comes out
minutes.
this week.
Yeah, I'm kind
I
of
don't have
tempted to
enough
get it on
else, sorry.
Steam just to play it and stream it and be like, hey, I'm not as shitty as that Cuphead as the other guy, but it's not worth that much
Then you're
money to
worried
me.
you might actually be.
No, I'm not at all. As someone who sucks at platformers, who doesn't like them, I'm far better than that dude. Which is fine. Not everyone's good at everything, but
I think Aubrey BVEEE would do better.
no, she's got a touch of the autism disease. So
That's probably why she would do better.
I swear she's autistic in some way.
Probably.
You were lucky you weren't at my dad's birthday party, by the way. Good God, was she annoying.
Thank you, Flu.
Alright, you got any more for us, Greg?
I drank too much water.
Alright,
And
number
what you
4. Surprise! It's something called Thermo-Reel. It is some sort of device that can be attached to controllers and other peripherals to have users feel heat, cold, and pain.
So you're surprised over a gimmick?
It's not part of any games yet, but it's going to be part of VR at some point, I'm sure.
Surprise, why is she still employed?
Anyways, at this point it's clearly obvious this article is not about games at Tokyo Game Show and more about my feels at what I saw. So number 5 was Frustration, Monster of the Deep, Final Fantasy 15. Oh, there you go, Nathan. Hey, you said you liked the fishing in that, right?
Yes, fishing was good.
So this is like VR fishing.
I care nothing for VR.
Yeah, I think I actually saw the PSVR like on sale for like $250 or something.
Well, that's what that is, and it's apparently that's how Final
rather buy a
Fantasy
Switch.
15 is jumping into that.
What's that? Oh, you'd rather buy a Switch? Yeah, the PSVR.
And number 6.
Definitely.
Number 6 was Determination for Killing Some Monster on an HTC Vive game.
Is she even playing any real games?
Called Assassination Classroom.
She
Wait.
was writing about the boobs.
I mean, it's mostly VR stuff. Is what it sounds
Assassination
like.
Classroom?
Assassination.
Isn't that an
Yeah, it's an
anime?
assassination classroom game.
That's the.
I like that anime.
Space Octopus or whatever.
Yeah. I like that. That's actually a good anime.
What the?
I have zero. Oh, this shit again. Oh my fucking god, we're so fucked. Shoot the thing. Ooh, did we get it?
No, the thing's not lit up anymore.
I think we got it. Yeah, we got it. Fuck that thing. You suck,
We murdered
thing.
that thing.
Yay!
Shoot out another one. Nah, it's out of range of my Thunderbolt. Look at our mini-map, dudes.
Yeah, that's a lot of red.
Like, what's the fucking point? You might as well just put a big red dot in the corner of the screen. I think this is one of those missions where we absolutely have to focus on the fucking roof things. Because if we don't, we're gonna get swarmed. They're already trying to swarm us. Okay, so we have at least 2 of these things dead. Alright, looks like you get the Stick of Truth as a code post-launch. Oh wait. Pre-order. With your physical pre-order of South Park The Fractured But Whole, you will receive a download code in the game box at launch to activate South Park The Stick of Truth on your platform for physical pre-orders. This is a limited time offer. Secondhand versions are not eligible for this offer. Alright, are there any more, Greg?
No, that was all 6.
Jesus. If
It didn't tell me at all what I wanted to know. I had to go to some other article to see what games actually were announced at TGS.
If I paid somebody to go to TGS and cover it, and this is what they brought back, they'd be fucking fired.
Oh, they knew exactly what they were getting when they sent her, I'm sure.
Probably asked her to do it.
Uh-oh, now they're
To
angry,
appeal to
dudes.
the female audience, because women just only care about emotions. All
No.
women only care about emotions.
Appeal to the demographic you have. This is what I don't understand about fucking game journalists.
Girls who like gaming don't give a fuck about your emotional goddamn response to seeing some fucking trinkets at a goddamn fucking booth show.
Well,
Tell me about fucking the games.
let's see you put your money where your mouth is, woman. What games do you have pre-ordered at the moment?
Monster Hunter World and Dragon's Dogma.
You love yourself some Capcom, don't you?
Yeah, I knew you were gonna fucking say that because you said that fucking earlier.
Yep, I told you I was gonna bring it up. Here it is, bringing it up.
Oh, fucking cunt.
Hey, it's one of those walker thingies.
Rebecca doesn't pre-order too much, but the games she pre-orders are, yeah, Monster Hunter World, Dragon's Dogma, Fallout 4, The Witcher 3.
RPGs, bitches.
Can we just get over this ridiculous classification as women as some fucking other mysterious demographic and just include them as fucking gamers? I don't know. This targeted advertising shit is absolutely obnoxious.
That's exactly what that article is. Targeted advertising.
Targeted advertising at casual gamer. Let me tell you something. They're not fucking getting their news from IGN.
Shooting me. Oh, there's a walker.
Can I even destroy that thing? It's creating fucking enemies, but I don't see any fire coming from it when I... oh, now it's red. Yeah, I have to be able to destroy it. There's fire. There it goes. Fuck you. Quit creating shit. Yeah, this monster is fucking indispensable. And someone killed that spider. Good job. Alright, so do we have anything else for this podcast, or are we good to go?
We are down to Yif.
Yif?
Wait, what?
Huh?
What?
Alright.
You're the one
That's
who
weird.
said it? Yes.
You know what else is coming out soon?
What else is coming out soon?
Danganronpa. And I've heard it is every bit as fucked up as the other two Danganronpa games.
Yeah, well,
Danganronpa 3.
Spike Chunsoft is pulling an Atlas.
Oh, yeah. Don't stream this. We don't want anyone to have their magical experience ruined. The only people that would watch a stream of this shit are people that have no intention of buying it and playing it anyways. Can we be
I
honest
don't know
here?
what that fucking noise was, but that did not sound good.
It was the sky dome vanishing. Oh, and reappearing. Okay, it's gonna be one of those fucking levels that just goes on forever. I think it is. Alright, well that brings me to the last thing, since we got everything else out of the way. I presume. The future of games on this podcast. I brought this up to both Jared and Greg. Greg, you have a competent enough gaming PC. I have a laptop with a 960. Greg has a laptop with a 1050, if I'm remembering correctly. That's all good for quite a bit of games, actually. Oh, one of those spider fucks is shooting me. And it's gonna kill me because I can't see anything. And it apparently
There's two
never
spider
has to
fucks here between them.
No wonder I can't see anything. Alright. So I was thinking about the possibility of expanding this podcast out to cheap-ass Steam games. Maybe even fucking free-to-play, cheapy fucking ones. And streaming those kind of just to hit some games that are more obscure and newer and, you know, even just playing them for one fucking podcast at a time. Especially if they're really fucking cheap. The only thing is, Rebecca would need to get a computer because her laptop is not fit for purpose. Yeah, I don't even think it has a video card in it.
No, it's integrated.
What the hell is shooting me now? Get off my dick.
They're shooting lasers from the fucking grid.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, what the fuck am I supposed to do about that? I'm gonna die. Yep, there we go, because I couldn't
There's
find
no
any
fucking
fucking
hell.
healing. Yeah, I was looking for healing too. So, that's an option I would like to discuss, see how feasible that would be. Because we know OBS...
I just found some hell, too.
We know OBS works. We did that with the E3 show. Because I could just screen cap what I'm doing in OBS and we could do the voice chat through Discord. Yeah, I know. For some reason, Rebecca's decided she hates Discord. But whatever, it's fucking good.
It causes me to feel a bit of discord.
Yeah. So I just wanted to bring that up in case it provides an avenue for expansion later on. And also, I hate to even fucking bring this up because my disdain for all things Final Fantasy 15 are well known, but they're doing a multiplayer expansion for it. For what's it called? Companions?
Yeah, something like that.
I don't really know that much about it, but it might be a viable podcast game, depending on what features it has. So there's a lot unknown, but I'd like to also throw that out there and at least get it in the discussion. Especially
it makes me play Toronto. I'm not.
No, you get to make your own character.
Huh.
It's pretty good, the character creation.
Yeah, I saw the
Decent.
character creation. That's the only reason I'm even bringing it up. If you have good character creation, I'll give you a look.
Everything is a goddamn weapon and not a fucking health thing.
Yeah, this fucking spider thing just stepped on me.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to raise you because it did.
Jesus, spiders are assy.
I had one of those big things step on me.
So if we could get these games for cheap on Black Friday, and whatever the hell that DLC ends up being and costing, might be worth looking into. Might be worth looking into.
I am under a bridge and then walking over the bridge counts as them stepping on me? That's bullshit.
Yeah, that does sound fuckety. Oh, right. I forgot to bring this up. That page you invited me to, Greg, actually had a... I can't even see what that was going on anymore because the screen's turning black for no reason.
Dicks.
Had a good story. Let me see if I can find it again.
It's just down to Haeravon.
What? Oh, God, you motherfuckers. You know I'm incompetent. Oh. I'm
What
fucking
the
awesome.
hell?
Go team me.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I knew I could do it. Okay. I have no idea what the goal of that mission was. I guess don't die.
Survive a long enough time.
This was shared on Gizmodo. The EU suppressed a 300-page study that found piracy doesn't harm sales.
You cunts.
Say that again?
The EU suppressed a 300-page study that found that piracy doesn't harm sales.
Oh, yeah, that's interesting.
So let me just read this. The European Commission paid 360,000 euros. I was trying to think. That's not pound, that's euro. About $428,000 for a study on how piracy impacts the sales of copyrighted music, books, video games, and movies. But the EU never shared the report, possibly because it determined there is no evidence that piracy is a major problem. The Dutch firm Ecory, whatever, they're Dutch, their names don't matter, was commissioned to research the impact of piracy for several months, eventually submitting a 304-page report to the EU in May 2015. The report concluded that, in general, the results do not show robust statistical evidence of displacement of sales by online copyright infringements. That does not necessarily mean that piracy has no effect, but only that the statistical analysis did not prove with sufficient reliability there is an effect. The report found that illegal downloads and streams can actually boost legal sales of games, according to the report. The only negative link the report found was with major blockbuster films. Quote, the results show a displacement rate of 40%, which means that for every 10 top films watched illegally, 4 fewer films are consumed legally.
So it does affect films, is what they're saying.
Yeah,
Major
it's not
blockbuster
games
films.
And music.
The study has only come to light now because Julia Reda, a member of the European Parliament representing the German Pirate Party, posted a report on her personal blog after she got a hold of a copy through an EU Freedom of Information access to document request. So this is shit I hate that government fucking does. They love to commission these studies at great expense, and the American government does this all the time, probably even far more so than the EU does. They'll commission these big reports, and if it doesn't show what they want, like when it comes to violence caused by video games, they'll just bury it. All they're trying to do is cherry-pick statistical data, and they're willing to do this by throwing tons of money at reports in case it actually finds something. Because you know that if it found out something opposite to this, we would have heard about it.
Right.
So, kind of utter bullshit.
Yep, and people like Hillary Clinton would be all over that shit.
Oh, yeah. I mean, fucking Obama, too. Didn't he do shit about violence in video games where he wanted to do more research? Yeah, him and Hillary both did, didn't they? Well, to be fair, let's be honest. Donald Trump also said similar shit. I think it was before he was president, but he was talking about video games causing violence, too, so... This is one of the few truly bipartisan issues in America today, is that they want to fuck with your entertainment. Yeah, fuck if they can figure out anything else, but... Damn, do they all want to mess with your video games. Fuck you, spiders. Fuck you, ants.
Fuck you, spider!
See, Rebecca called me racist when I put the headline on the 3G run sheet I use. I put TGS Newsaroo. And she was like, oh my god, you're so racist. Why? I am representing phonetically a exaggerated dialect. Hey, Grim Fandango installed. I'm going to be so shameless with the trophies here. It's going to be great. I'm going to ravage my hard drive. And right, I brought this up, but I didn't really... Is anyone else buying Battle Chasers? I'm just curious.
I have it pre-ordered.
What now?
You have it pre-ordered?
Yep.
I can't remember who developed it, but it is a... It's inspired by classical JRPGs. It's a typical, you know, random encounters, both sides line up, they punch each other in the face until one side dies. Turn-based RPG. I think it's supposed to be a dungeon crawl. Except it's a Western game, so there's no chibi bullshit going on. The art is actually kind of reminiscent of Trine. At least that's what it reminded me of. Would you say that's fair, Jared?
Doesn't seem to have the puzzle elements of Trine.
I'm just saying, no, artistically, its aesthetics remind me of Trine.
Isn't Joe Madureira?
But yeah,
it was a comic, Battle Chasers.
I'm just talking about how the graphics look, not necessarily even the art design, really. It's got a very aesthetically pleasing indie look. I know what I'm saying. You fucking woman.
Well, you're not able to articulate it to anyone else.
I just articulate. It's got a very pleasing looking indie aesthetic. It is not pixel art.
This is really make it Trine.
Okay. Greg, go look at Battle Chasers and tell me if you can see where I'm coming from with this.
I've never even heard of this, so I have a completely neutral view so far. Battle Chasers...
Yes.
It comes out the same day as Dragon's Dogma, I think.
It does.
Oh, it's a Kickstarter game, huh?
I did not kickstart it.
Battle Chasers Night Wars, is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, it's a Kickstarter game. Let's look at it. Classic JRPG combat meets action-packed dungeons and stylish storytelling.
What's not to like?
Let's see, they got $856,000. You'd hope that would be enough.
I mean, I think it looks gorgeous for the type of game it is. I dig the art style.
Yeah, Kickstarter page probably isn't the best to look at. Let's see here.
Nah, I just suggest doing a Google Images search.
Oh, I see. Yeah, it is. Well, I mean, Trine is a bit more. Yeah, I can see it a little bit. It's.
Okay, so not perfect, but...
This one character has huge boxing gloves on. This other character's just a giant mech. That looks pretty cool.
There's some red-headed chick and a big armored dude. I think there's an old guy. I don't know. It dropped off my radar for a long time. Raider for a long time.
My
raider.
You've been in the South too long.
Jesus Christ! I need to fucking move. I'm going to fucking Canada. Gee, fucking hell. Okay. But yeah, I stopped paying attention to it. Need to avoid words what they are seeing them. And someone on GameFAQs actually mentioned, "Hey, this game's coming out soon. Anyone else buying?" I was like, "Oh, fucking yeah!" I looked it up, see if there was a physical copy, and there was $30. So I pre-ordered it.
Yeah.
$26 off Amazon.
Sent me the link to it, and I started up the video. I was like, "Oh, yeah, I remember that."
So, I mean, if Japan's not going to give me the type of fucking JRPG I want, then fuck them. They can go right to hell. I'll find someone else who will. Apparently it's going to be a European company, so whatever. I don't care about the source. Speaking about European companies, I've been meaning to brag about this too. Man, I forgot a lot. Good thing I didn't close the podcast down. Divinity Original Sin 2 came out, I think, last Tuesday. And it's sitting at 17 reviews on Metacritic with a total Metascore of 94. Which makes it the top-rated PC game so far this year. So, fucking A. It looks like that game turned out, huh? I haven't even downloaded it yet.
Dragons now?
There cannot be oh my god, there are.
What the fuck are these?
Jared, what the fuck do you have us playing?
That makes that fucking... that trophy make more sense. Ah, they're shooting fireballs at me.
Okay. This game is insane.
Jared.
Great.
Well, they die fairly easy.
This reminds me of Skyrim, but I can't quite put my finger on why.
I'm not shield bashing them.
So, yeah. I really, really fucking hope Divinity Original Sin 2 comes to the PlayStation 4, because who the fuck doesn't want CRPGs that are rated that highly to come over to the console? I'd even say I'd love for that to be a podcast game, because I think it has 4-player co-op.
This person says there's no way we can win, and we've killed most of them.
I know. I find your lack of faith
What an asshole.
disconcerting. Okay, but seriously though, that's now it. I think I've covered everything I want to cover. Can't think of anything else that's coming to me. If that's the case with everyone, do we want to try and play through the rest of this game tonight, or...
I think we should save it for another one.
One more?
One more? I
Yeah.
think we can get one more out of it. Oh, there's NPC wing divers here too. Groovy.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that'll do it
I've
for
been shooting them.
this week's 3G podcast. Hopefully we'll have some Red Dead to talk about next week, and we'll be so close to Dragon's Dogma then, guys. I can taste it. Alright, but until next time, see you later.